Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is the next video in my testing of my Axios Customs replicas. In the last video, replicas, this is airsoft, this is not real. In the last video, I tested out the Rattler that they built for me, which was incredibly consistent. It was probably firing at a bit low FPS, just where the end pass is. So I'm just gonna open that up. I'll be doing some tuning. There'll probably be another video coming very shortly where for each of these replicas, I'm just going to set the target up at a far further distance at the other end of my flat, and then I can basically just kind of zero in these sights for where I think I'm going to want them. But this video, I'm going to be going over this, which is my HK416A5. What I'm going to be doing is just testing the actual power of it right now and just testing the consistency. So I've got a chronograph with me. I've actually on this PTS Dead Air Sandman, I had this, which is the original tracer in it, but I just don't like these particularly. I don't know, this top plate's coming off. They're just a bit hard to get in or out. So actually in this one, I've put another E-shooter tracer, one of their flare, just the flare. It's not the smoky flare, the flare BT, I think. So I think this also has a chrono in it, which is probably what I'm gonna end up doing. In fact, what we could do now, the one thing with this is it doesn't fit the tube particularly well. So what I did before I left is I actually just grabbed a couple of O-rings and pushed the tracer into place with the O-rings and just kind of lined it up so that it would work well, which means getting in and out is going to be a bit of a nightmare, I think. Let me just work out. I'm pushing it and it is going out, but maybe just push with this. There we go. Okay, so that tracer's coming out the end. I don't want to break it, obviously. I think my neighbors are having some construction work done, so if you're hearing that buzz saw, that's not me. Okay. It's kind of good that it's hard to get out, but also not good in that I'm going to have to... I actually don't know why I didn't just go in the back and push the button. I've just realized that. Maybe I'll put it back in there like that. Because what I can do is just push the button with this thing here. And then I should be able to control it through the app, is my plan. So there's a little button that I'm trying to press with this Allen key, which is fine because it's long enough, but it's just getting the actual location on it. There we go. Okay, you saw that flash come up. So that's on, which means that now what I should be able to do, we'll see if this is the case, but what I should be able to do is just take the E-shooter app, and instead of connecting, these are very easy to connect to, or I shouldn't say that before. But now I should just be able to go to the flare BT, I think. And this pops up. So literally the flare BT pops up. I can just click on that. It actually has Evike's name on it as well. It says that I've got full battery. I showed you this in the other video, the video that was on the, there's a new version available. Please go to the settings. The fire cap adds a sleep switch. Fire cap changes the sleep time to 15 minutes. Okay, so if I go to settings now, can I upgrade or update the version? I need to work out how to do that. Okay, so I want to do tracer with muzzle flash on here because I'm going to be using 0.25 gram tracer BBs. As I said in the last video as well, this is from BZ Tactical. They were great. Another shout out to them. I'll put a link to their website down below. But they sent me BBs and gas that I ordered from them. A couple of subscribers said, I said, hey, where should I order my BBs and gas from? They said you should order it from BZ Tactical. They're the place that sends it to everywhere anyway, so you might as well just get it directly. Really easy to deal with. They sent me the shipping box in no time at all. It arrived before I got to my flat in London, so I had a big box of BBs and gas waiting for me, which is great. and I'm using their Rebel Precision Tracer BBs, which are 0.25 grams. And in this one, I'm using this green gas from Puff Dino. I think that this is standard green gas, so I don't think it's like a lower power. Let's just grab this again. So I think it's basically kind of like, it seems like the traces are almost like a shake awake. Connection succeeded. Okay, great. So settings. I'm now going to put it onto 0.25 gram BBs. It's already on that. I'm now going to load these BBs up. I showed you this in the last video as well, if you haven't watched it, the one on the Rattler, but the reload on the EVO mags I really like. I have got an issue right now, which is how I'm going to reload the actual... In fact, there might be a speed loader in the Salvo box. I'll have a check for that afterwards and just see, because that would be pretty handy. But I actually only have one Salvo mag, the Stanag. The rest of my mags that I bought are all Double Eagle. Sorry, are all Guns Modify. They're not Double Eagle, they are Guns Modify. There we go. Okay, so I don't know what he's set. Again, he's put an end pass in this. So as I said in the last, I can basically adjust the FPS. I can open up the end pass, get more gas going through each time I fire, or I can close down the end pass and then have less gas going through. So hopefully this is around a good level. Otherwise, I'm going to start like just twisting it out with the end pass. If I need to do that, I'll do that in another video for you guys so you can see the process of me doing that. But this is a Guns Modify EVO mag. I'm going to first off just do it the chrono in the flare, because there is a chronograph built in here, so it should tell me the speed. And then what I'll do, it keeps disconnecting though. I think it's because I'm not using it. There we go. It's like if I move it, then it comes up again. Just kind of good that it's shutting off that quickly. But what I'm going to do is just test this quickly on there, and then I'll do an actual test on my proper chrono as well, so we can kind of see how accurate this chrono is. And it's just disconnected again. Let me just fire around through there. Okay, the trace is working. That's popped that up. So I think almost like the movement of a BB is also going to be the one that goes through. Okay, so if that is going there, and we have 282, 278, 275. This is really snappy. Like this thing fires amazing. 280, 271, 276. Okay, so this flare's gone off again. So it's popped up there, and then is it going to have dropped all of the... Is it going to have dropped all of the numbers? No, the numbers are still there. So that was a 276. So at the moment it's firing between 275 and 280. 282. So 7 FPS variance. Okay, that was another 2 there. 281 and 267. So that second one dropped off a little bit. But it's firing about 0.89 joules. And that is... Oh, I got bolt lock there without... it having finished the mag. So I don't know why that was. Right, so let's give it quickly just a little round of full auto burst. This thing is really, really nice. So that last one was at 295. 288. So it actually seems like it's kind of settling in, but it's literally just at that 0.95 joules, 0.97 joules in that last few. 0.89. Yeah, so the variance is basically 2.7. I can show you here, and then that flare's just turned off. So it's kind of weird where the flare's working. Like it's obviously working, the trace is working, if you guys can see that there. It doesn't have the smoke effect, which is kind of annoying because I would love that as well. But the only difference is that this one seems to turn off. And that might be I just need to do the update on the flare, but the smokies seem to stay on for longer. It's still recording all of the shots. Like you can see all the shots there. And the variance there is basically it's between 0.89 joules and 1 joule. All of them are between 0.89 and 1 joule. Those last were 272, 277, 269. So that's because I have got a The reason for that is because the mag is cooling down. I just like dumped that mag through there. So the mag's cooling down, so there's less gas coming out, etc. If I left that between shots, that would be higher. But this thing to fire just is, he messaged me actually saying that to me. He was like, this thing, when you fire it, I've got this trigger on my Tokyo Marui MWS Mark 18 back in LA, and I love it. It's like my favorite, no, is it my favorite trigger? No, the MPXK trigger is my favorite trigger, but it's my second favorite trigger probably that I have. It's very different to like a VFC heavy brake trigger. It's very light, but it's like almost like you can feather it really nicely, and it's just such a small take up and break. I can show you it here. Like there's no movement, and then I have that's the break, and then the take up is there. It's just like a tiny little movement of just each time. So I really love these Guns Modify triggers. This isn't one that came with it. This is one that he put in aftermarket for me. So yeah, I mean, but firing this thing is pretty awesome. I'm very excited to see what this thing is like at range, because I think at range, this thing, how it's firing now, it actually feels to me like, I would think I'd way prefer firing the Rattler, because I like my short little like stubby like little things. This thing feels like amazing. So yeah, so that's going to give us that breakdown. Let's just do one more run of BBs with the actual Chrono, but looking at that, I think the Chrono's accurate. It may just be kind of turning off and then reactivating each shot, but the Chrono is... This speed loader kind of gets like, not jammed, but it just kind of like some of the pushes, it doesn't fully push the BBs through. Okay, so should I regas it? No, let's leave it like that. Okay, so with this now, we're going to go with 280, 280, 272, 271, 268, 268, 270, 266, 267, 261. So you can see like just the consistency of it there. Full auto. Let's get the rate of fire on this, and let's see what the rate of fire is. Rounds per second. So that's 13.8. So it's slightly higher. Oh, and then there's bolt lock. So that was, yeah. This one just feels really, really good. That's all I'm going to say. It's very hard to get that across on camera, but this thing just feels really, really good to fire. I was kind of like, okay, am I even going to use this? This is like my backup. Now I'm a bit like, okay, maybe I want to kind of lead with this and then use the Rattler as the backup. I don't know. I love that paint job, so I just kind of want to show that off first. But that's probably going to be about it, guys. As I said, there will be a video coming where I'm going to sight this in, and then also I'll do the laser. I also realized I think these lasers aren't permitted at a lot of sites, so I may just have to keep the cap on my laser and not use it. I don't know. We'll see how that plays out. Maybe if there's a site that allows it. I definitely like using them indoors. So I don't know why that would be in the US allowed and not allowed in the UK. There are a lot more kind of like stricter rules here generally, so that might be the reason. But thank you guys so much. That's been my kind of like initial kind of performance test just on the Axios Customs HK416A5. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll put the links down below to Axios Customs, West Laser, although they didn't do work on this one, but I'll put that in there anyway. And then BZ Tactical that provided the BBs and ammo that I've paid for, provided, but they're the company that I went to for that. So if you're looking at buying stuff, I would say they're a good one to go to. All right, guys, thank you so much. I will see you very soon on the next video, and have a great day.